You ready to let the dogs out?
What? Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's WISH TV contributor, Patty Spitler.
And now coming up on the Positively Patty podcast, Cavalier King Charles. What is the breed? What do you need to know? What should you do before you get a Cavalier King Charles? We've got all of that from our expert who just got one, and her name is Sierra Hignite. You know her from WISH TV, anchor reporter, and she's learned a lot, and she's willing to share. So stay tuned, stay. Positively Patty podcast coming up. And now on the Positively Patty podcast, we're so excited to have Sierra Hignite with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
And Sierra is an anchor, reporter, covers all kind of important stories out there, but this is the most important story you're going to do.
I mean, it really is.
Sarah is a big fan of doggies, and I know when we were substituting anchoring in the morning on the daybreak, and we got to know each other, she said, I'm looking for a Cavalier King Charles. And I said, boy, good luck.
Yeah, it was not an easy task.
Okay, let's talk about that. This is one, I'm looking at Louie, your dog. It's so sweet.
He
and
is
I
the
told you
sweetest.
Louie was the name of my first
I
Bernese.
know, what a coincidence. We actually had my husband and I, when we were brainstorming names, because we knew we were getting a dog, so we just made a list of dog names, and Louie and Barry ended up being our top two. Yeah. And then when we saw him, we were like, he's definitely a Louie. And now that, we've had him for a while, we're like, yes, it's the perfect name for him.
Okay, Cavalier King Charles. There's so many people would like one of these dogs. It's like, I get asked all the time, where do I find one? I go to the shelters, they aren't there. What should I do? You did not get this dog in a shelter. Let's address that first.
No, I didn't. I did call, so we actually live in Greenwood, but I called Indianapolis shelters, Hamilton County shelters, anywhere in central Indiana, just to let them know, hey, I'm looking for this. If you get a dog that is a King Charles Cavalier, call me. I'd be very interested.
Yes.
They even told me on the phone, we do not get dogs like that. And I even did research to try to find a rescue, and I did find one, but it was in the South.
Yeah.
And we were looking in the height of COVID, and the only way we could get a dog from this rescue was to either fly there and fly the dog back, or they would fly the dog on their own to us. And that's just not something I was very comfortable with at the time. And with COVID, it didn't work out. So we did end up getting him. We found a breeder in Terre Haute. That's where we found him.
Okay, very good. And sometimes you just need to be careful when you do rescue. Make sure that mentally and physically the dog is okay.
Yes.
I remember when I looked Bernese Mountain Dogs, they're hard to find also in rescues. And I found one. And they said, well, you can have him, and he's 7 years old. The breed only lasts like 6 to 9, and I thought, I don't want a dog that's going to pass. I get too attached. It's just too hard. So the reason I'm saying that is take all these things into consideration. If you are a sanctuary or a person who wants to help a dog that's older, then maybe that's the way to go. But know your breed, know what you can do financially, emotionally, and what you can expect. Now, let's get back to Louie here. He's a puppy. How old is he now?
He is 6 months old. That's him. Yep. He's very sweet. He is 6 months old. We got him when he was 2 months old, so we've had him for 4 months. And he is a diva.
I'm laughing because your mom is in while we're doing this podcast, and she's touching the doggy. So and I hear this breed does not like to be alone.
No, they don't. He is attached to us at the hip, and we very much give in to that, so much so that my mom is also his babysitter. So my husband is a firefighter, and, they work 24-hour shifts.
Oh, yeah.
So Louie is crate trained, but, when I'm here in the evenings and then he sleeps in his crate at night, I don't like to have him in the crate for that long. So he goes to his babysitter's house with his Gigi and Poppy is what we call them, my mom and dad. And they very much love their time with him.
Okay.
So
We're bouncing around here a little bit. Let's go back to the breeder. When you got him from a responsible breeder, you did not buy from a pet shop, because realize that 99% of those dogs come from puppy mills. Oh, he goes, I want to go with my mom.
He's like, my mom is talking too much. Can I go to my grandma?
Most, you need to know, health records are very important.
Yes.
And pet shops can't give you that. So it's very important that you got health records for Louie, right?
Yes, full health records, all of the papers needed, and he is full bred, so we also got that verified through the the American Kennel
Association?
Yes. We got the papers for that as well. So everything checked out in that regard.
You did all your work. Good. And you got what you wanted, and that's important. Let's talk a little bit about the breed then.
Yes.
Why, aside from being absolutely just drop dead gorgeous, looking at him, he's just the most... Oh, he's licking your mom.
Yeah, he will kill you with kisses.
Kisses. Why did you want this puppy? Why did you want this breed?
Well, I had actually seen just this type of dog in a video years ago, and I just thought, oh, they're so beautiful. I loved that they had red hair. You know, I'm a sucker for redheads, as I am myself.
You have red hair, yeah.
I didn't marry one, so I figured I'd adopt one.
Okay.
But they were so beautiful, and then I started doing research, and they're really good family dogs. They're good with kids. They're good with other animals. You know, they love their people, and it just really checked out for everything we wanted as a couple. We've got nephews. We're about to have a niece that's coming any day now, and we knew that we wanted to have kids. So I knew that, you know, he would definitely fit the lifestyle and be good for our family.
Right. And you mentioned red hair, which Louie has red fur. But as I read up a little bit, knowing we were going to talk today, they come in like 4 different. There's black and white, red. Tell us about some of the colors.
Yes. So there is black and white, and so they're white, and then they kind of have the dark brown or black spots.
Right.
There is the white with red spots,
Okay.
and then there is also the ruby, which is what Louie is, which is when they have all red hair.
All red hair. Even his roots are red.
They are. I mean, he is a true redhead through and through. He is fiery like one, too. So.
All right, so you did all the right things. What's the longevity of this breed?
They are expected to live, I think it's about 14 years
14
is
years.
the average.
Yeah.
Yes.
I recall that now, yeah. So that's a good lifespan, and you're
Yes.
committed for life, right?
For sure. It's actually difficult. It makes me so sad to even think about when people are like, oh, we lost our dog or our dog is getting older. I'm like, now I can't imagine our life without Louie.
Right.
And I will say I was not like a pet person before. I wasn't like, oh, I love every animal and I'm obsessed with animals. And I was always like, man, you know, pet parents can get a little weird sometimes. I am that pet parent now. I mean, all I do is take pictures and videos of this dog. He runs my life.
I've seen your Facebook page, and there's
Yep.
you and your husband, and there's the dog curled up next
Yep.
to you. So
I mean, it's his world. We just live in it. So I am now the crazy pet person that I always used to talk about. So I get it. I do.
That's why we relate so well now.
100%.
So I am the crazy pet person too. All right, so you got from a responsible breeder. He's a good dog and healthy, and that's important too. Let's talk about some of the things people look for with the breed. What I've read is they can have some issues.
Yes.
Can you address a couple of those?
Yeah, so when we took him to the vet, we obviously did the first check. He was very, very healthy. Unfortunately, he did get it's called Giardia. It's a parasite. So we had to treat that. That was a really tough thing when we first got him. We finally have him cleared of everything. He has a clean bill of health now, but these dogs, they are prone to heart problems.
Heart murmurs,
and
yes.
As well as their knees and hips. They often have issues with that. Right now, Louie's checked out well. Our vet has told us when he hits a certain age that we'll want to come and do, some special type of x-rays and check him out just to make sure as he gets older and grows and when he gets full size that if he does have any of those issues, we can catch him early and treat him.
You've done all your homework.
I know. He's like our child. I think we don't even need to have kids now because we have him. And we go to holidays, everyone's like, "Where's Louie?"
Oh, your mom's going, no,
Yeah,
no
she's
kids.
not. She knows. She knows. We'll still give him kids, but Louie's helped us put that off a little bit.
You heard it first on the Positively Patty podcast that Sierra will not be having children because she's going to have a lot of doggies.
Exactly. We'll just run a Cavalier farm. They'll just come and live at our house and just run free.
Oh, okay. The breed, Cavalier King Charles. Cavalier, of course, that implies royalty. And from what I looked up, it goes way back to England.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've changed a little bit in the look for, as any breed you look up, they've changed through the years.
Yes.
But yes, AKC approved, and they've changed a little bit. I'm watching with your mom.
He
It's
sees
so
all these
cute.
people, and he's the most social dog. So he sees people go by, and they're like, they're not petting me.
Where does he sleep at night?
I will tell you, when we first got him, he did spend a couple nights in our bed.
Yeah.
He was just so tiny and sweet. We had to, but he now sleeps in his crate at night. My husband usually is home, they will be asleep in the bed when I get home from the late news, and then I have to be the bad guy who moves Louie into his crate for the evening. But he is sweet. Sometimes he does sneak into bed with us. He likes to burrow under the covers and hide. Like, we'll forget he's there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he does sleep in his crate.
Food. What I read too is that they tend to build. They can be chunky.
Yes.
So you got to watch that.
Yeah, that was something our vet warned us about. He, I will say, is very good about monitoring his own weight and food intake. This far, we have not had any issues with him being overweight.
Yeah.
He very much self-regulates and just eats when he's hungry. And it's kind of a concern for a while because we were like, is he not eating enough? But he's done a very good job of that. We keep checking in with our vet, and he's doing great. So we're not worried about him. He is, keeps his girlish figure, we like to say.
Yes, he's very svelte right now.
He is.
He looks just perfect. Okay, someone's listening. They go, geez, Sierra Hignite has one. I want a Cavalier King Charles. Give us your advice. Having been there, done that. I mean, all the things that you did. You called the rescues. You did your research. What advice would you tell someone who's looking into this?
If you want to get this dog, you very much need to be someone who is home a lot and is willing to give a lot of attention to them.
Or have a mom who's home.
100%. Have somebody that's willing to look at this dog and just rub them and just be touching them all the time. He very much he needs attention. He needs to be with you. He oftentimes will not even sleep in his bed if you're not in that room.
Sure.
He wants to be in the room that you are. He wants to see you, even if he's not touching you. So when I'm getting ready in the bathroom, he'll be on the bed looking at me, making sure he can see me. If I walk into the closet, he has to see what I'm doing. So he's wonderful. We love him. He's so lovey and so sweet and will just cuddle with you all day. But he very much demands attention all day long.
Velcro dog. You said that earlier.
Yes.
He's a Velcro dog. Also, now you don't have to say the exact, but they tend to be expensive too. And you know what you do? You get what you pay for, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was something that almost. My husband wanted a big dog, and I wanted Louie, so we compromised and got Louie. But that was a big thing that was like, well, we could go rescue a dog that's any other breed and spend far less money than you get with this dog. But it was important to us that if we did get him, we made sure he checked out and was full bred and had all of his papers. And that does cost money, but I mean, it ensures you that you're getting, a healthy dog that, your investment's going to last a long time.
And I'm a big fan of rescues. I have my Mabel, my rescue, and my kitty Timber, he's a rescue. But be aware sometimes they may have some health or mental, issues.
Right.
I shouldn't say mental, psychological issues that you need to work through. So make sure you have the time for that. Whatever you get, there's challenges. I mean, whether it's a puppy, whether it's a full-grown, whether it's a dog that's older or needs hospice, they all have challenges. So just know what you're in for and then go for it all the way.
Well, even when we had him, he had a otherwise perfect bill of health, but there were health issues, like I said, with the Giardia, and that turned into a couple other parasites that we did have to work through, and it was stressful because he was so sick for a little while, and we didn't know how it could have happened because we watched him so closely.
Right.
But sometimes things just happen, and I mean, even though we responsibly got him and everything checked out, we've still, he's a dog. He eats random things that he's not supposed to, and that means you're on the phone with pet poison at 1 a.m. like we were. So
I love it. Well, I'm so proud of what you did, and that you're sharing this with us, and that you're sharing all your experiences. And I can't believe this is your first dog.
I know, it's my first pet ever. First pet ever.
Oh, wow.
It's been a learning experience.
You were a pet virgin.
I was a pet virgin. We had fish. I don't know if fair fish count, but that was my only pet experience.
Fish. I had fish too. I never did very well. I need to learn more about fish.
Yeah, we didn't either. So those were short-lived.
Well,
Louie's living much longer than the fish.
And that was before I knew you have to, aerate the water and all that. Way back when you were a kid. I didn't know
that when I was a kid. That's not how our fish experience was. But it's been great. It's been a learning experience. Good. It's been nice having my husband who grew up with always having dogs. So they never had a Cavalier, so that's kind of been something that we're both learning about. But I at least have someone in the house that's had this experience before.
Hey, is he potty trained okay? Not the husband, I meant the dog.
The husband not so much. The dog's doing pretty good. No. He is for when we were fighting with the Giardia, that was difficult, but getting through that, he is doing good now. But now that he's 6 months old, we're reaching the time where he needs to get his friends removed. So he likes to mark things now. So he's not having accidents, but we're kind of fighting with we don't mark things in the house. But otherwise, he is potty trained, and now we can leave him out of his crate when we run errands and stuff, and he doesn't have to spend as much time in there.
Oh, you've done everything right. I just love it, love it, love it. So wonderful talking to you. Sierra Hignite, you see her on WISH TV, and you're everywhere. You're out shooting your own stuff. You're in the thick of things all the time.
I am.
And anchoring, and you always look so good doing it.
Well,
how do you do that?
Well, it's really just on camera. If you catch me in between, it doesn't look so nice, but the powder helps at 9:30 before I go on air at 10. But yeah, it's great. I have fun, and it's been nice being able to experience the evening side of things. Now I'm on at 10 and 11. Sometimes I'll sprinkle in at the 5 and 6, but mostly 10 and 11 nowadays.
That's in the evening, folks. 10 and 11 in the evening.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, you're wonderful. And even if I saw you in the morning and you didn't have your makeup on, I'd be looking at the dog anyway.
Exactly.
So
that's why I bring him around, because it really just deflects.
Sierra, you're wonderful. Thank you for joining us on our Positively Patty podcast.
Thank you.
And I'll have to get, what my payment is for this, right?
What is that?
I get some Louie kisses.
Oh, he has plenty to share, so thank you. You can have some that he otherwise would soak me with.
Oh, Sierra Hignite, WISH TV anchor reporter. Enjoy her, and she's a puppy lover now, and we love her as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back with more on the Positively Patty podcast. Thank you for joining us. Bye. This has been the Positively Patty podcast from WISH TV. I'm Patty Spittler. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you do that now. And check out for new updates every single week. You can also learn more at wishtv.com. And when you follow WISH TV on Facebook.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with WISH TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow WISH TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.